all the time.
You can't be rooting for the Giants if you want to be, you know what I mean? It's like you look at some of the best sportscasters, a guy like Vin Scully, right? Right
Yes.
here in LA. I mean, I think everybody would consider him to be one of the best, right?
Yep, absolutely.
You watch a game and you don't know anything about the sport, you would have no idea that he's, you know, a Dodger announcer.
Absolutely.
And that's what makes him great.
Absolutely.
Right on. So so would you say baseball is your favorite sport?
Baseball is my first love, that's for sure.
You know, it's funny. It's like, I love baseball too. It's probably my first love as a sport as well. And it's one of those sports that I think, you know, it's very misunderstood by a lot of people that really, you know, if they're not into it, they don't really understand why you would be into it. Oh, it's boring, it's slow, but that's a part of the game that is like so enjoyable.
That's what's so enjoyable about it, because it's the drama that makes.
Well, and there's so many decisions to be made.
Yep.
And watching it play out, you know, the decisions that are made like in football or basketball are really, for the most part, very quick.
Bang, bang.
Very quick decisions.
Bang,
you know?
bang.
All right, so I have, now I could keep going on peppers, but be here all day too.
Go for it.
All right.
Toss them in. And then, of course, we have our chili powder.
Okay, oh, right.
Gotta throw that in.
Now, how much chili powder are you putting in?
I'll throw the whole thing in.
All right.
Why not? We could have used this on our fries if we wanted.
And that is just chili powder, that's prepared chili powder?
Yeah.
Okay.
So your prepared chili powder, you kind of have it ready to go whenever you got everything in here.
And people should know that, like, if you go to the store, and, like, I know everyone's seen what I'm talking about. There's the spices that are on the spice aisle in the little containers. Then there's the spices that are in, like, the cellophane bags.
Yep.
Okay. Now, cellophane bags are great. I love them, and they're very economical. But what you need to know is that chili powder is pure chili powder. So it's just chili powder.
Okay.
So if you were to add that to your chili, it wouldn't taste the way you want it to.
Exactly. So this is a chili seasoning mix.
Exactly. This has chili powder, cumin, probably some oregano, some garlic powder, and maybe even a little bit of salt.
Yep.
So just important. And you know, you can use either. Just know that you have to subsidize the pure chili powder with some of those other flavors if you want it to taste like chili.
Exactly.
Now, how do you serve your chili? How do you like eating it?
Well, here's what we're doing. We made the fries, right? When I was a kid, I used to be all about chili fries.
Oh, who wasn't, right?
But of course, they got to chunky one in my early 20s. So we had to cut back on the chili fries. So we're kind of doing a little take on that, obviously, with the baked sweet potatoes.
Okay.
And the chili here. So that's what we're going to do today. But the cool thing about chili is, again, you could serve it with anything also. Just like you can make it any way you want, right?
Right.
So you could do it in a baked potato.
Right.
You could do it in a baked sweet potato. Rice,
Pasta.
obviously, is perfect.
Yeah.
Pasta.
Yeah.
There's tons of options when it comes to chili.
So we're actually almost there. We're just waiting for...
We're kind of cruising now. Now we're kicking back.
We get to talk sports?
This is exactly how it works, right? You have a big group of people coming over, you made chili for them, and you got basically the chili sitting on, that's kind of another cool thing about it, is it sits on the stove or in your crock pot and just goes for a few hours, and you get to leave it, and you don't have to check it every 2 minutes.
Well, let's talk sports then. I mean,
Okay.
with the sports desk, you are, I would imagine you're covering, the focus is on local sports, right?
Absolutely.
So we're talking local, we're talking high school and then like junior college.
Yes.
All right. So, and what's your favorite sports to cover? What do you think is what's great right now?
Ah, gosh. I mean, God, I could go for days.
Really?
I could talk about, yeah, anything. I love it all. But, you know, the way that I look at the sports desk specifically is, you know, here in the South Bay, we're a community. You know, the South Bay really, Torrance specifically, it has a small town feel, but it's not a small town.
No.
Right?
No.
And I really like to tap into that with the sports desk, because it's not just about highlights. It's not just about big plays and, you know, the exciting things that happen on the field. There's people behind, you know, behind the scores and the box scores that we see. So I really like to dive into that and really get to know some of the students, some of the athletes that come out of our town and go on to do really big things. There's tons of professional athletes all over from Torrance.
There are 4 high schools with the word Torrance in it alone.
Exactly, and there's 5 high schools in this town and a community college, so we never really run out of things to do.
Right.
We've got the LA Galaxy right down the street, not in Torrance, but just right down the street.
But I mean...
So we were just with them recently. We do some things, you know, here and there. Really whatever we can do that's local to and relevant to the Torrance community.
I grew up in San Pedro, and I went to Mary Star, which is the Catholic school down there. So I grew up playing against Bishop Montgomery.
And you played football.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there were people walking around on the sidelines with their little bowls of chili from the concession stands. Right?
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, it's a very interesting area because it's bigger than you would think. It's very diverse.
Biggest
too.
city in the South Bay.
Really?
Yep.
And a very diverse one too. I mean, talk about like a multicultural city.
Yep.
You know. But yeah, I growing up here, a lot of good memories, and the food at the football games and stuff. Yeah, being one of them, because you're in the middle of playing the game and you're smelling the chili behind you. You're like, okay, I need that.
Like I said, that was what gave me the idea to do this. Was you see all these people walking around with chili and snack foods and this and that, and it said, hey, I'm really into fitness and nutrition and all that, so let's make a little twist on Mom's old recipe.
Good deal. Good deal. All right, let me go check the fries one more time.
Awesome.
We were close the last
excited.
time.
I got the kitchen on lockdown while you're gone.
Do you?
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, they're definitely cooked. They're definitely got a little bit of a crispness going on to them. Let me grab. There we go. I have a feeling we're gonna need a spatula, just because, you know, things like to stick. Okay. Actually, let me do something real quick here. Let's see, let's get this out of the way.
Now, do you want your chili over your fries? Or do you just kind of want to have them on the side? How do you want to do it?
I want to have them on the side.
Okay.
I want to have them on the side, I think.
Game on.
All right.
I'm with that.
I just think some on the ends just wanted to stick a little bit. Maybe a little bit of that seasoning on it again, right? Maybe
Yeah.
I'll hit it again.
Absolutely.
All right. So, why don't you give that a little...
Just a little bit.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. Give it a try. Smells tasty, man.
Yeah? Good stuff?
Yeah. Good stuff.
Love it.
And I like that little blend that you got there too.
It's different.
It's totally different because you got the sweetness. And you know, sweet potatoes are really healthy carb too. Really, really
Sweet potatoes,
healthy carb.
so again, difference between a lot of people trying to lose weight or something like that. Say, oh, I got to stay away from carbs. Not at all. You just got to
Really
find
good.
the right
Nice
ones.
and creamy on the inside.
Perfect.
Delicious. All right?
And we got our
Move this
chili.
out of it. Yeah. Hook me up with some of that chili, man. Let's see here.
Rock that. We're ready to go.
Yeah, see how nice and thick that got? It's beautiful. Yeah, because that's the other thing about chili. You want that right consistency.
Absolutely. What do you think?
Great, man.
Yeah?
Really good.
Good.
Oh, yeah. It's got a little kick to it, too.
Absolutely. It wouldn't be chili if it didn't have a kick.
There must be in your chili powder, must be a little cayenne or something.
There is. Absolutely.
Okay, because I'm tasting just a little bit of a kick there.
Definitely.
You know what? That is, all the applications that we talked about, I could totally see
And
that.
it's just as tasty as if you were to do it with beef and pinto beans and the whole drill. But we just made it a good, nutritious snack or meal.
When you cook the turkey in a sauce that's this highly and intricately spiced, you know, it's all gonna kind of taste pretty close. Yeah. You know, let's be honest.
Yep.
Let's be honest. That's delicious, man. One more bite.
Good.
Really good. Well, I gotta tell you one.
So that's for you. The rest of this is for me.
We got a crew still. You know,
They're fine.
and if you want to make it back to the sports desk without, you know, catching heck for not bringing back some of the chili that you made on this show.
Okay, you've convinced me to share.
You know, but no, I mean, thanks for being here,
Absolutely.
and you know, hope you come back. Good luck with the show, and you know, we'll definitely be watching and you know, rooting on the Torrance teams.
Definitely. And you got your sports desk bottle now?
Is that for me? Is that
Yes,
officially for me?
that's for you. Well, because you were saying you lost yours.
I did.
Right?
Yes, I left it at the gym the other day, and then, you know, of course it was gone. So
You're ready to rock
I will drink from this with pride.
Says the sports desk,
The sports
right?
desk,
Where you
yes.
can catch us, the whole drill. And now you can show it off to all your friends at the gym.
Hey, I know Juan Hernandez from the sports desk.
Exactly, everybody.
Dude made me chilly.
Absolutely.
Hey, thanks so much, Juan.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you coming by,
Yeah.
and you know, stop by again sometime and then make some more delicious food. All right?
Deal.
All right.
Done.
All right. I'm Kirk Leins, host of Community Cooking. We'll see you next time.
If you would like a copy of the recipe seen on this show, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the Office of Cable and Community Relations, 3350 Civic Center Drive, Suite 200. That's in Torrance, California, 90503. Be sure to note the show number and the date you saw the show. And don't forget, you can find all the fresh ingredients used on today's show at the Farmers Market. Visit the one here in Torrance at Wilson Park. They're located at 2200 Crenshaw Boulevard. They're open every Tuesday and Saturday from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m., rain or shine. And if you'd like to be a guest on our show, give us a call at 310-618-5762 or email us at communitycooking@torranceca.gov.